Make the ground shake.
What's going on, guys? My name is Renegade, and today we're here for AQW Q&A episode 4. Before we get into the video, remember to leave your questions in the comment section down below, or you can tweet them to me at renegade_plays. Also, remember to like and subscribe to show you guys enjoyed the series, but without any further ado, let's get into the video. Our first question of the day is coming in from Team Squash, and he asks, Troll Spellsmith or Darkblood Storm King? So, this is an interesting question because they're both quite similar for the uses, I suppose. But honestly, as a soloing class, I'd go for Darkblood Storm King, and as a farming class, I'd also go for Darkblood Storm King. So, I mean, there's no real doubt about that, I don't think. I mean, I have made very poor choices with classes in the past, so, I mean, I could be wrong, but that would be my personal opinion, just because Darkblood Storm King has more AoE attacks than Troll Spellsmith. As a result, it is a better farming class, and Troll Spellsmith has a terrible heal, so it isn't really that sustainable in combat. So again, Darkblood Storm King wins out there, as it does have a somewhat spammable heal. So that's it, basically. Darkblood Storm King is in fact better than Troll Spellsmith. Jared Green asks, from 1 to 100, how ready are you for AQ3D and AQW on mobile devices? I am so excited for this. I responded with 150. I am legitimately so excited for this. I have been waiting for a game I can play on my phone that is actually good for a long time. Like, there's so many situations where I just like to sit there and just play a decent game on my phone, and there just aren't any. The only ones I can think of are Monument Valley and Leo's Fortune. There are a couple of other ones like Machinarium, but I didn't particularly enjoy that much. But basically, if AQ3D and AQW on mobile is good, then I am... Oh my god, it's just gonna be just my life. I don't know, I just feel like grinding out. If I ever just am bored, grinding out AQW is better than nothing. So as a result, that's gonna be my thing. And I'm so excited for it. I just cannot wait. Blamed Goose 2884 asks, what are your thoughts on buying ACs? Do you grind rep or just buy the class for ACs? So honestly, I mostly would buy a class with if it's a reputation class, but Blazebinder is an exception where I just bought it with ACs just because I couldn't be bothered farming it and I didn't have time. Honestly, it depends on how good the class is. If the class is something like Shaman or like Evolved Shaman or something I'm not going to use that much, or Arachnomancer, then I'll just grind the reputation and then just leave it, not waste the ACs, because the ACs can be used on something much better. But if the class is really good and I haven't grinded much of the reputation yet, or it's just going to take a long time, then I'm going to probably 9 out of 10 times going to buy it with ACs just because I can't be bothered farming it. I've had a lot of people ask me this question. Good Rub asks, face reveal anytime soon. On the screen right now you'll see my face, and that's also on Twitter. This was a photo from a little while ago, not like a long time ago, a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, I have actually done a face reveal already. It's on Twitter, but it's here. So awesome. Nick Tiger asks, if you could add a class to AQW, what kind of class would you add and what's its stats? So I'm really bad at designing stats and designing classes, but honestly, just as a concept, I'd grab a Nulgath class and make it literally like Nulgath. So you know how when you attack Nulgath, he hits you like 4.8 billion or whatever, and he one-hits you? Yeah, I'd have that as an ability on the class, but I'd make it so you have to like buff it for like 5 minutes straight or something ridiculous, or it's really difficult to do it. Or it'd be kind of like the Ultra Elemental class, where you have to like combine a whole bunch of things together in the right timing and the right order, and then it'll have an effect. This would be called Nulgath class, and it'd be a farming class, but it'd also have this ability where you could just smash the fuck out of a boss with just like a 4.5 billion hit. That would be awesome, and it'd be called Nulgath class. Or if I know they wouldn't do this, but if they could, Miltonius class, because you know Miltonius is OG as fuck. Jack AQW asks, what classes do you usually use in game that you like? So I usually use Blazebinder for farming and Legion Doomknight for soloing. Basically, those are just my two main classes I'll use, and even sometimes I'll use Blazebinder just normally, just as like a soloing class as well, just because it's quite good for that as well. But yeah, that's basically it. I just use those two classes. Yeah, this is one of those names where I'm probably gonna fuck it up real bad, but I believe it's Harume Hagachi or Hagashi. I don't know how to pronounce that. I apologize. Your name's on screen anyway if people can correct me. But he asks what AQW classes are not worth getting, or like classes that are hard to get or need to pay actual money. So my first one that I think is a bit of a waste of money is Legion Paladin. Yeah, I was gonna say Legion Doom Knight, but that's definitely not a waste of money. Legion Paladin. Legion Paladin is a pretty awful class for the price you have to pay to get it. Although, like I've said in a video before, the Legion Paladin t-shirts are actually really good. The Legion Paladin class is not so good, and it's really not very useful in many situations. It's a soloing class, but doesn't do very well. It does hit really high if you do the right things and you're attacking the right enemy, but that's basically all it does. That's really good. And it's just not very useful at all, and it's $80 American, like, so that's really expensive. Another class that's not really worth getting is Evolved Shaman for 2000 ACs. It's probably a pretty awful class if you're going to buy it with ACs, but if you get it with Reputation, it's actually really good value because you get Shaman as well. You can't buy Shaman with 2000 ACs, but you can buy Evolved Shaman. But if you do grind out Arc and Grove Reputation, you get both Shaman and Evolved Shaman at the end for the, like, you don't have to do anything extra, you just get them both, which is really cool. But 2000 ACs for Evolved Shaman is not worth it in my opinion. And our last question is not an AQW related question, but I'll answer it anyway. Alex Visecki asks, what graphics card do I have? And I have a Gigabyte GeForce GTX 970, and that is the Wind Force edition. So it's kind of the lower model of it, I guess. This is G1 Gaming, but that's just, comes better overclocked out of the box, and it has a metal heatsink thingamajig on the back of it, a metal backplate, I should say. But the Wind Force edition is still really good, and I really do enjoy having that in my computer. But basically, that's about it, guys. Remember, leave your comments, so your questions in the comment section down below. And while you're down there, leave a like and subscribe to my channel to be notified when any more of these sort of videos come out. And I'll see you guys in 2 weeks' time for the next episode of AQW Q&A. Peace.